The first thing we will do is we start from the dashboard from last week, and we're going to clone it and give it the name of this week's challenge. So I'm here logged in. This is where we were last week, our discount overview dashboard. And if you head over to the top right of your screen, you will find clone in new tab. Why? Well, I want to keep my challenges, so as you can see, this one is the original one and this is the copy. When you save it for the first time, you can give it the new name you want. So I'm just gonna Ctrl V the new name into the name field. There we go. We close the previous week and we're good to go. Let's have a look at the first thing they want us to do. Make the header a solid white box with a solid line below. Same color as the first bar chart. Let's have a look. So we can click on the title and then there should be some layouting going on, and we want to have a border on the bottom. The bottom shall be a little bit thicker. Now first let's give it the color of the graph below. In order to know the exact RGB code, I'm gonna click on the widget, scroll down, hit conditional formatting, click on the actual color, and there we can just Ctrl Z, grab the color. We go back to our title, then we scroll down to widget style again, and there we see the border color. We click on it, we click on the custom color. I select what's already there, I'm gonna remove it, hit Ctrl V, boom. There we go. We have this nice thick bottom line underneath our title. So again, same story. I click on the logo, go to the widget style, go to the border color, select the bottom one, set it to width 4, click border color, click custom, and paste in the color. Instead of doing this 3 times, I'm going to put them in a container instead. So I'm going to hit shift, I'm going to drop the title in there as well. Boom. Now I can give the container a layout which is a little bit more efficient. So I'm gonna hit widget style, click bottom, and I'm gonna paste the border color in there. And this is more like it. The second thing they ask us is change the year filter to allow the user to select only 1 year at a time. And then secondly, the data in the dashboard should default to 2029. Alright, do know when you're in edit mode, you can pick initial values in the top right of your screen. So I'm going to proceed and click pick initial values. I'm going to head to select year, where I'm going to say I want it to be equal to a specific year, and I'm going to default it to the year 2029. When we hit done, our dashboard will have safety settings, and when going to preview mode, we see that our settings are being saved. Then, instead of absolute discount, calculate the percent discount for each chart, meaning list price minus sale price divided by list price. How are we going to do this? We're going to double click on the widget. We will need the total list price as our denominator for the formula. So I'm going to add total list price first. Once that's in there, I'm going to click the plus symbol and I will choose add formula. The fact that these two fields are already put on the bar length, I can now reference them with their aliases. What does that mean? That means that I can create my percent discount field and just type A divided by B, which means we will take the sum of the discount and divide it by the total list price and hit apply. Now it is important that we format this as a percentage because it's a proportion, but we would like to see it as expressed as percentage. I'm gonna hit apply again and close. Now we don't need the two first bars anymore, so I'm gonna click the little drop down. I'm gonna say hide. Once more, hide. I have my graph with the discount percentages. I'm gonna hit save. Let's do that one more time for the other widget. I'm gonna double click on the widget. I'm gonna add the total list price. There we go. Then click plus, add formula. In the column header, again, percent discount. And this time, let's not use A divided by B, but I'm gonna literally reference the fields. Sum of absolute discount divided by sum of total list price. Apply. Hooray, that worked. Format to a percentage. Apply. Hit close. And hide my two bars. Update. Next, add a vision tooltip for each chart, showing the total list price and the total sales price next to each other. How do we do this? We click on the widget where we want to see the viz in tooltip. Then we scroll down until we see tooltip. There we see the option add visualization. We check the checkbox and we say we want to see a chart. We can edit the base widget until we see what we want to see. So I will add the sale price. I will add the total price. Then I will remove the calculation which was in there. I will remove the country. We don't need it. Remove the opportunity type. Yeah, this can go as well. They're on 2 axes still. By going to the paint roller, I can go to bar chart and tell them they should be on 1 axis. I'm gonna hit done. I'm going to show my preview and voila, I have a fully interactive viz in tooltip. I'm not going to bother about the layout of that tooltip. That's all up to you. Then last but not least, faceting, filtering. People who have worked with Tableau Desktop, action filters. What happens when I click in one of my graphs and how do my graphs respond to that action? As you can see, by default, all the graphs are interactive. Now, when I click on graph 2, I don't want graph 1 to move. When I click on graph 3, I don't want graph 1 to move. That basically means this graph should not be part of the faceting. How do we do that? I'm gonna click edit, select my widget, go to query in top right, and I'm gonna turn off faceting for this graph. When I click graph 1, the interactivity is still there. However, when I click graph 2, doesn't move. When I click graph 3, doesn't move. So it doesn't listen anymore to the actions on the two graphs. And That's what we wanted actually, because you see, I select graph 2 and graph 3 moves. Now, you see that this interaction is still going on, and I don't want that. How can we do that? We're going into edit mode, going to query, and I'm going to say that I only want to include the billing country in my faceting. What does that mean? Let me show you. Here everything works, here everything works, but here the faceting is dead. Great. That's all guys for this week. See you next time.